guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another episode of the Self-Improvement Playlist. In today's episode, we will be talking and discussing about the most basic thing for you to understand, for you to act upon and work on before you start your self-improvement journey. Or um, it's the basic thing you've got to work on for you to start your self-improvement journey. It's none other than rewiring your mindset or rewiring your mind. Now let's get started. If you think I'm changing my background, if you think I am shifting places in every episode, that's right. I'm finding it difficult to find a comfortable and a fixed place for me to fill all the self-improvement playlists, and until then you will see the background shifting and the place is changing. So let's just hope that I get the comfortable and the right place for doing all of the self-improvement episodes. Now let's get into the video with chapter number 1. Why is it important to rewire your mind? Well, my research says I didn't have to do a lot of research for this topic because most of the things were already known to me, and it took me less time to script this whole thing, this whole episode. So, with that being said, let's start. Rewiring your mindset allows you to overcome limiting beliefs, and it improves your well-being, and it allows a greater possibility or way for success throughout your life and in all areas of your life. Now that I just told you guys why rewiring your mind is important, I know it's quite a confusion in your mind. Like, it allows us to overcome limiting beliefs. What does that mean? If you have no clue of what I just said, that's fine. It's completely fine. We're all here to learn, and I'm here to explain that to you. It allows us to overcome limiting beliefs. This sentence means that it allows us to overcome and get past the past thought process and the past mindset that we had, that we should not be having, for a better life, for the desired life that you want, and improve your well-being and greater success level. Simply means that when you stop thinking about the past stuff that happened, and when you overcome that situation, when you overcome that limiting belief, you start learning and grasping new stuff into your life, which is improving your well-being. You start learning new stuff, you start doing new stuff, and what greater success level means is that when you start learning new stuff, when you start doing new stuff, you might fail sometimes, but I've told you guys this, and you should never give up. Never give up because you're trying a new thing. Never give up because you don't know. Never give up because everyone's trying the first time and everyone's here their first time. It's everybody's first time here. So never give up. And the rate of success is very high because since that something is new to you, you're obviously going to pay more attention, you're going to know more about it, and you're going to practice more, blah, 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 and you will achieve it towards the end. So, rewiring your mind basically is pushing past and closing the door that meant the old lifestyle of you living it, and opening new doors for the life you've always desired and always wanted. That's simple. Now let's see a little into detail why rewiring your mind is very important. Well, Rewiring your mind is crucial for building resilience and self esteem. You start beginning to see challenges as opportunities for growth rather than as failures, reinforcing the idea that perseverance and hard work are more important than perfection is very crucial. And it also influences your thoughts, feelings, behavior, ultimately shaping your life outcomes. Let's break this down. Rewiring your mind is, in simpler words, it is just being born again mentally, okay? It is just trying new things and getting out of that slump you were in to get the desired life you want and you deserve. And when you start doing that, when you start rewiring your mind, when you start rewiring your brain, everything starts to change. And it's definitely for the good. If you're rewiring your mind and brain for the good, then the changes are obviously for the good and the outcomes are great. So when you start rewiring your mind and brain, you start adapting a new lifestyle, you start adapting a new behavior, a new attitude towards life, a new attitude towards yourself, a new attitude towards everyone else. You start behaving different and you carry the energy differently now since you rewired your mind and brain. Now, I know what you might think right now, and I just wanted to clear it off because this topic is a topic that not many will um, talk about in a very young age. So, what makes me eligible to talk on this topic for the rest of this time, for the rest of this video, is because I am a very live example of rewiring my mind and my brain. I had a very different mindset back when I was in school, and the people around me, the stuff that happened around me, and everything around me made me feel completely different. It made me feel that something was missing in me. It made me feel that I've got to change for them to come approach me or for them to just count me in their group or their team. But let me tell you, it's not that important. It wasn't really important for me to change for them. It wasn't really necessary for me to do things for them, for others, for their own sake, while I can just rewire my mind and do the same things or different things for my own sake. That period of my life was mind blowing because when I started to change the way I think, when I started to change the way I look at things, talk to people, and I started to change the way I was. I'm not saying I was on a very bad place, but I did not have a very bad mindset or blah blah blah, but I had to improve for the good of me. And I am improving for the good of me. And so should everyone else on earth. That is how things are going to work. If no one is going to improve for their own sake, and if you're just staying with whatever you have or whoever you are, you're not going to get the life you desire. You're not going to get the life you wished for, because only when you act on yourself, only when you start acting on yourself, you will start attracting things that match your frequency and align with you. And that is so true. In very, very, very simple words, um, Harry Styles said this. He said, "Fill your cup and let them fall in love with the overflow." This is so true. Because when you start loving yourself and you start doing things for yourself, that is not being selfish, that is self love. And I will be doing a separate episode on self love, maybe the next episode, I'm not sure. But doing things for you, changing things for you, just to make you feel good and better about it temporarily, no, that's not going to happen. Permanently, yes, obviously. When you start doing that, let me tell you, let me tell you, people and things will automatically come towards you because you started aligning to them. Your frequency is matching that frequency that you've always desired and you've always wanted. And that's so simple. Manifestation also works the same way. But I'm going to stop right here and not get too deep into the topic of manifestation or self love because this topic is basically rewiring your mind. And self love and manifestation are two very small examples or very basic examples of rewiring your mind, which, if you want, I will surely do it in the upcoming episodes of the self improvement playlist. Now let me tell you a little more. Let me get clear it out a little more of why rewiring your mindset is important. Listen up close. Do you want the life you deserve and you've always wished for, you've always dreamt of? Do you want the career you want? Do you want the car you always loved as a kid? You want that big mansion or that apartment that you've always wanted to live in as an adult? You got to start working on yourself right now. On yourself right now. Because when you start working on yourself right now, things start aligning to your energy and frequency. And for you to reach that level of your life where you have that car you've always wanted, the career, the house, the relationship, anything, your dream lifestyle is so close than ever before. Because you started rewiring your mind, thinking from the perspective your future self would think like, and you've aligned with it. You've worked on yourself, you've aligned with the future self of yourself, and you're going to meet that future self soon. This is basically what rewiring your mind does. It is changing the belief that is dumb. It is changing the old trash stuff that was in your head. And once you're done with this, it changes the way you think. It changes the way you talk, behave, and it changes the way you look at things and how you perceive things and how you treat people, how you treat things, how you value things. That's what rewiring your mind does basically. And rewiring your mind is very, 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 very important, especially if you're a teenager like me. Because when you watch this video, and I am so grateful, thank you, God, because I came across rewiring my mind last year. Oh, wait, it was 2023, and I had to learn a lot about it. I was a little too young for that, for me to understand how rewiring my mind is going to work or help or blah blah blah. But now that I really get how it's going to help me in the future, I am not going to ever stop rewiring my mind whenever needed. Because once you're in the slump, you're gonna get dumped. Rewiring your mind is also very important for you to let things be that don't deserve you. Leave the things that don't deserve you, leave the things that did not serve you for so long, just to rewire it and step into the version of you that deserves all of the dream lifestyle that you're going to live in the near future. With that being said, chapter number 2 is the effects of mindset shifts. Now, of course, there are two of them. Of course, there are two. It's the positive mindset shift and the negative mindset shift. Well, let's see some positive mindset shifts. Positive mindset shifts can increase resilience, it can improve learning, it enhances problem solving, it builds better relationships, it can increase the level of motivation, and etc. There are so many. I just picked five from Google, five for both negative and positive. So let's break it down. Positive mindset shifts is going to get you up from here to here. And that process is slow, but do not forget that you are not quitting. You are not quitting. You are not here to quit. You are not here to quit. You are here to experience each and every part of it in all the areas of your life to get the desired lifestyle you always dreamed of. Because your future version has already living it. Your future version is already living it. Positive mindset shifts brings a whole new mind into you. You bring out a whole new book into your head to start writing a new story that has never been written in the history of your life. So far. So far. And you've got to be very excited and very grateful to do that, because when you rewire your mind for the positives in life, that is the best thing you could ever do to yourself. Because whatever you're dreaming, whatever the lifestyle you desire, you're not just dreaming of it, or you don't just desire just because someone else has it, or just because you saw it on Pinterest or on Instagram. You desire and you want that dream lifestyle of yours because your future version has it already. She is already living that life, and you're sitting here doing what? Now what you gotta do? Change and rewire your mind. Now let's see some negative mindset shifts, how they're going to affect us. Procrastination, self-sabotage, missed opportunities, reduced resilience, negative emotions, etc. Oh, negative! Oh my God, the negative mindset shift is what I had earlier, and these points are exactly what explains what I was earlier before rewiring my mind and stepping into a positive mindset shift. Well. Let's break the negative mindset shift now. When you have a negative mindset, all you're going to do is think and rethink about the things you couldn't have, or you did wrong, or someone did wrong, or something happened bad. You're not here to look at all the cons of the life, cons of everyone's life, cons of own your life. You're here to see the pros of your life, not the cons. And after all, you're building a future for yourself. Each step you take is towards your future self. And when you take that step, and when you start procrastinating and you start self sabotaging yourself from the good of life, you are nowhere closer to the destination. I'm telling you. Because when you start procrastinating, self sabotaging, and when you start just be in a slumpy situation and be in a slumpy mindset, I have no words for it. I have seriously no words for it, because negative mindset shift is a very, 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 very gooey situation, because you keep going on that cartwheel roller coaster on and on again, you are not coming back. I know I just said cartwheel roller coaster, but you get what I just said. You get what I just said. When you keep going in that bad situation on and on again, when you keep doing the stuff that once put you down on and on again, how do you expect yourself to come back up stronger? Well, let's see it with an example. Let's just say Anya is your friend, and let's say your name is Tanya. Pretty rhymey. But Anya is focusing on the better of her life. She's focusing on the bright side of life. She wants to improve herself for the good. She wants to focus on herself for her own sake. And on the other hand, Tanya is always negative. She is always into gossip. She is always into bad stuff. She's always looking out for the negative and dark sides of life. Well, what happens is that Anya, who is a bright ball of sunshine, she's going to have a mindset to meet her future version of herself, and that will happen ASAP, as soon as possible, because she is working on herself, she is working on it, so she will reach the destination. And what Tanya does is that she keeps procrastinating about that past situationship or the past relationship with her friends, how it ended so badly or how her grades went so bad, and she's self-sabotaging from other girls and kids who think they are cool, and she has a negative emotion, she has a negative mindset. She is nowhere closer to her destination. Her destination's to the left. She's going towards the right. Hello? Come back. Start over. Rewiring your mindset is basically starting over with a fresh new mind. And you can do it whenever. It's basically for you to focus on the good and for you to focus on yourself. Until and unless you don't start focusing on yourself and doing things for the better of you, that is going to help you emotionally, physically, mentally, anything, futuristically. If it doesn't help you futuristically, chapter number 3, and this is the last chapter for today. This is a short episode. I didn't want to prolong this topic too much because I think it's self-explanatory. If you did not understand whatever I said so far, I'm sorry. But I do have a solution for you, and this is not any promotion, but for you to become the best version of yourself, for you to overcome the trash situation, the trash mindset that you have, for you to overcome all of that and step into a positive and more brighter and more futuristic version of yourself. Read this book. Read this book. This is no promotion. I'm telling you again, this is no promotion. I completely am doing this for my own sake and for you all who are watching this video. This book was written by Tam Kaur, one of my favorite YouTubers, and she basically changed the way I do things and look at things. She motivated me to change for the good. She motivated me to change for my own sake. And there are not many people out there who does that for you. Well, she did do it. I used to watch all her videos. I've said this in the only blog videos I posted, and she changed me and she made me to do all of this. She basically motivated me to write this. She motivated me to film. Blah blah blah. She gave me the confidence that I did not have in myself back when I was in school and back when I had a negative mindset. After reading this book, and thank God I started reading this book in summer, because the next academic year or the upcoming year or whatever, the upcoming events, I'm going to have a completely different mindset toward it. I'm going to have a completely different thought process, and that is absolutely great, don't you think? And this book talks all about it. This book talks all about how you should care for yourself, for your own good, and how you shouldn't rely on anyone else when you have yourself. Oh, chapter number 3, some practices for a positive mindset shift. Number 1 is shifting your perspective. Shifting your perspective basically means that you are going to start focusing on the solution rather than the failure part of the situation, and you are going to practice gratitude, you are going to celebrate small wins, and you're going to change your vocabulary. When I said shifting your perspective, when I said shift your perspective, what did you think? You think shift the way you think? Absolutely correct. If you thought change the way you perceive things, change the way you understand things, absolutely correct. You're on the right track. That is shifting your perspective. That is shifting your mindset to a positive one. When you start focusing on solutions rather than focusing on the failure part of it, you step into a positive light, you step into the highest frequency you were not in before earlier. Well, if you didn't understand, let me just show you guys a picture. This picture is your emotional frequency. This is the emotional vibration frequency chart by Dr. David Hawkins. And what this does is basically the higher the emotion, the highest the frequency. The lower the emotion, the lower the frequency. That's basically it. And that is how things work out in life. When you have a very good mindset towards life, when you have a good mindset, you have the highest frequency to learn, to enjoy, and whatever the chart shows. And when you're in the highest frequency, on the highest shelf, you are going to attract those highest frequency aligned things in your life. And when you do that, you are almost like you're very, very, very close to the dream destination. But when you're in the lowest frequency, you are going to attract the things that are aligned with those frequency levels. Let's say you're always sad, or you have bad anxiety, you are depressed all the damn time. Well, you are going to attract more depression. You are attracting more anxiety. You are attracting more sadness into your life. Step out of it. Step out of it. Change your mind. Change the way you think. Change the way you look at things. Start thinking and start looking at the bright side of your life and start thinking for your future self. And when you start doing that, you go higher in that emotional frequency level. And when you have the highest frequency, you are going to reach that destination. And I will keep telling this because your frequency level, your emotional frequency level matches whatever the things are around you. Number two is improve your environment. Surround yourself with positivity. That does so much. Just surround yourself with positivity, and also create a positive work environment. Because when you surround yourself with positivity, all you can think of positive things. All you can think are the good things in life. All you can think is how you can work on yourself and how you can achieve more, achieve success, be on the greater side. And it's so nice to surround yourself with positive people, positivity. And workspace is very, very important because all of us spend the most time in our workspace, be it at home, be it at an office, be it at school, be it wherever you are, wherever you're spending the most time in your life, in your day in. Surround yourself with the right-minded people. Because when you don't surround yourself with the right-minded people, your whole mind, your whole mindset is the negative mindset. It's not the positive mindset. Let's just say your colleagues at work just gossip about how other colleagues went on a international trip or how they enjoyed their weekends, but then you guys are just working all weekend. No, no, that's not how it works. If let's take the same situation. Okay, whatever happened was Tanya and her colleagues. Now let's see Anya and her colleagues. She has a more positive light. She has positive people surrounding her. And what they talk about, the same topic, is that, oh well, he or she went to an international trip, so we should work hard so we can also go. Why only them? Everyone can do it, so can we. So let's start working harder for us to go to that international trip. And if they're partying all weekend and you are working all weekend, Anya's going to think, well, I'm working all weekend for the better of me. If they're partying all weekend, they are not learning anything every weekend. They're missing out every weekend. I'm not missing out on my life every weekend. I'm going a step closer to the future version of myself every weekend. And they are not. That is what mindset shift does to you. Well, I have another example, and this is a bit conflicting, but I'll just put it out very, very nicely and very, uh, in a very mature way as possible. The thing with girls wearing revealing clothes or girls wearing clothes that make look so bad to your eye, well, you know what Tanya does? Tanya is one of the Indian aunties in your parties, right? What did they do? What did they do? They be like, they keep judging you the whole party. They keep telling you, they keep gossiping about you. They're like, oh my god, look at the way she's dressed. Look at her hairstyle. Look at so much. Oh my god, look at the makeup on her face. The lipstick, it doesn't even suit her. Look at the dress she's wearing. Oh, the heels. It's none of your business to talk about her. None of your business to talk about her. What Anya does is that, well, she's dressed beautiful. That lipstick might not have suited her, but she's done the best she can. She gave her best today, and that's beautiful to see. That is it. When you see things from a different perspective, you are stepping into the highest version of yourself, and you will attract the right people and the right things into your life. Number 3 is manage your well being. Get enough rest and take breaks when required, and also practice self care. Well, managing your well being is basically about your mental and physical well being. If you need a break mentally or physically, put it out. Take a break. If you need to sleep the day, just for once, because you're so tired emotionally and physically, sleep for the day. Stay in your bed cozy, just for you to skip that work or skip that thing that you were doing. No, taking break means taking a step back, thinking and stepping 2 steps forward. That is what taking a break means. Well, and practicing self-care, what people actually think self-care is these days is also another conflict. Oh my god, people make it so difficult these days. Practicing self-care is not applying face mask every weekend. It is not doing your nails. It is not doing your manicure, pedicure. It is not doing spa. It is not. It's none of that. It's none of that. Those are just materialistic things. It's not making yourself a cup of coffee that is self care, but you don't have to always do that. Self care can be in simpler ways. Self care can be just taking a day off from work and sitting at home just to observe the nature, just to take it all in. Practicing self care can also mean that you sit down every weekend just to refresh and just to recollect all of your childhood memories and watch the shows you watched as a kid and you loved as a kid and bake something because you love to. Practicing self care is doing things for you, not for people to watch over the internet and hit the like. No, 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 no. That is what people do. Self care is for you to feel good inside. Outside is physical. Self care basically means mentally. It is the work you do on the inner part of you. Self care on the inner side reflects on the outer surface. And number 4 is develop your mindset. Set goals, learn from mistakes, and be mindful of your thoughts. Set goals. You can set small goals for every day or for every week, for every month, for every year, and so on. That's how you build up in your life. That's how you achieve great things, and that's how you learn. A small goal that I set every day, when as soon as I wake up, is that I have certain things planned out in my head, right? One thing that I do not want to miss out on is dress up for myself. Because when I dress up for myself, I am confident. I'm confident in the way I look. I'm already confident inside. And when I also dress well and when I look very pleasant and very, good looking, I don't have to feel or I don't have to worry about what others are going to think of me. Well, I don't really worry about it, but I am more confident about it. I'm wearing this dress, my hair's done. It's a little messed up right now, but it was beautifully done in the morning, but it just keeps me more motivated to go through the day and achieve things that I planned on doing and achieve things that are coming my way. Learning from mistakes is basically when you look at things from a different perspective. That's basically it. Let's say you failed a test, or if it's a very 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 common example, let's take a different example. Let's say your past friendship did not go that well. It ended up so bad, like very bad. Well, it could have been both of your mistakes, or it just happened and you guys just have to move past, because for your own good. But when you think of that part where it ended bad, what you can do in your next friendship for it not to end that bad is be true and honest with them. Let's just say you guys, like in the past, you weren't true and honest with each other, which ended up in a very bad ending. And this new friendship, you've just got to be honest with them. Just tell them, let them know how you feel about them, let them know how you feel about both of you in that relationship, friendship, whatever, so that you guys don't end in a very bad place later, so that you guys don't end your relationship very badly. Being mindful of your thoughts is basically just being mindful, just maturing yourself mentally. And mental maturity is not that easy for everyone to get it so quick. But once you step into that version of you, once you start looking things in a very very different light, when you start doing things from a different light, you are not going back. You are definitely not going back, because all you want to do is go forth, keep striking forward until you reach your destination, until you've got the dream life you've always wanted and desired and you wished for, because you deserve it. But with that being said, this topic is done for the day, and I feel so good because my energy level right now is so high. Oh my god, I'm so happy after doing this, because this is the key step. This is the foundation for you to start building a better version of yourself and stepping into a more best version of yourself, stepping into the best version of yourself. And this is the key element for you to start your self-improvement journey. With that being said, we've come to the end of this video. Thank you for watching this video, guys. Please do comment what you think about this. And I feel great because rewiring my mind helped me go from a literal, oh my god, teenager from the American movies to a teenager in real life who really wants to improve herself. If I can, so can you, and so can anyone else or not. See you guys in the next video.